Hey, good morning, everyone. How's everyone doing today? Sorry, guys, I've been coughing all night. All right, so we have New York open up in the morning here. New York with a red candle with a green candle, some volume coming in. But the reality is right here, guys, is that the 18-hour time frame is running up. So pretty much before the 18-hour time frame, you guys should notice that there's some volume coming in here, okay? Is anybody in any longs or shorts at the moment? Good morning, Steven. How we doing? Good morning, CJDV, Kevin, Justin. I can't get rid of this cold no matter how hard I'm trying, guys. I thought I got rid of my cold, and then I've been coughing all night. So if I cough, I'm sorry. But we've got the New York session lining up. And we've got this little channel right here, small channel for Bitcoin. We have a double top here, but we have a pennant as well. So if we take this range of this pennant here, it should take us to about 94,500. So if we look right here, where's the next area of liquidity? Around 94,500. All right, so right here, guys, you can see Bitcoin broke out. We have some resistance right here. There's some liquidity gaps right here too. The 94,500 is where I'd be taking profit probably. If you're in a long, or even I would say, yeah, 94,500. This is moving up for another 1 hour and 7 minutes here. So that is probably where I'd be taking profit. Could go a bit higher. Definitely could go a bit higher. Thomas, how you doing? Prashant, how you doing? Okay, I'll have to recheck it, Prashant. Steven, no trade at the moment. Sometimes no trade is better than losing a trade, right? I'm still in my long, guys, because, again, we broke out. I don't see any reason to close my long. Not yet. But I am aiming for the top here, 94,500 to 94,000 area. The thing is, London and Tokyo, all they did was they ranged. All they did was they ranged, right? So New York doesn't really have, well, technically New York could pump up to that 94.5 and then take out that Tokyo low if it really wanted to. But because the 18 hours going up, you have a lot of momentum right here. Lot of momentum going here in the 18 hours. So that momentum should technically take us up for the 18-hour close. Now, even though the 4 hours is very, very overbought, that 18 hours is going to push it up. And that daily is going to push it up. Keep in mind, guys, this daily is completely almost overbought here. Okay? So I do care about what Bitcoin's doing more than anything else because I am trading. However, I'm most definitely going to take profit at 94.5. I think would be a good take profit for me. We'll see. We'll see how this 4 hour fares out because this is an uptrend channel. Keep an eye. But even though it's an uptrend channel, you got to keep in mind Bitcoin broke out. Okay, I did call an Aave trade. I don't think it's done much. Oh, there you go. So if you guys are an Aave, Aave's starting to get banging here. I called an Aave trade in beastlimitless.com. Hasn't hit the stop loss, and it looks like Aave is raging right now to the top of the channel, which is about 181. I know, Prashant, but I'm trying to get these lives done, and with Bitcoin breaking out, it's very hard to not go live. I'll keep the lives short. I really thought my throat was better, and then boom, started coughing out of nowhere. But yeah, guys, if we look at Aave here, didn't hit our stop loss. We got in right here, faked out. Now, all you need Aave to do is break this previous high at 167, and it is gone to the top, which is about 181. Now, typically, guys, in AMD, Asia accumulates typically. London manipulates typically, and New York distributes, or the other way around. New York manipulates. Now, with this potential setup, the reason New York isn't necessarily dumping right now is because Tokyo didn't really pump, and neither did London. So keep an eye when Tokyo doesn't move and London doesn't move. Bitcoin is normally going to distribute in one of those phases, and New York is doing that. Even though a Monday is a typical red day in the market, the reality is both sessions never pump the price. Like, sure, you had a bit of a pump here, but I'm talking a full distribution pump. And that's why New York is trying to push up, right? We might have a bit of fun and games in the first hour here. Now that it kind of hit the top of the channel. But that 18 hour is obviously going to push up Bitcoin. So, White, how you doing? Good evening. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to keep my coughing to a minimum here. All right, make sure you guys hit that like button, fam. We're going to go over a few altcoins here, Ethereum. I don't think I went over Ethereum last night, which is kind of crazy to me. I appreciate you guys tuning in on the live here. Are you guys at work? What are you doing? Are you at home? Are you a full-time trader? So Ethereum did break out. Ethereum did break out for sure. We can see Ethereum breaking out. Kind of going on a little uptrend here. There's a huge rounded bottom. Huge rounded bottom on Ethereum. I keep muting the mic so you guys don't hear me coughing. Sorry. 11 p.m. work. Home. I'll head to work when the live is done. Steven, appreciate you. Thank you guys for all tuning in while you're at work or about to go to work. So we should see Ethereum pumping to about 3,600. About 3,600 on ETH. We do have some resistance right here with our fair value gap. But after that, we should see ETH moving up. And that would be my top in the shorter term. It would have to break this channel right here. Ethereum would have to break this area. Okay, what is Bitcoin doing? We're pumping a bit. We're hitting the top of the channel. So Bitcoin is hitting the top of the channel, like I said here, guys. The question is, are we going to break it? This is the top of resistance right now. We do got a huge pennant here. We'll see what happens. If we look at our resistance from here to here, Bitcoin could potentially hit 96K. MJ, how you doing? Appreciate you for coming on the live. All right, guys, so there you go. Bitcoin's on the verge of breaking out. It hasn't broken out of the channel yet. It is most definitely trying to. We broke out that channel. We hit 94.5 to about 96K. Okay, I want to look at virtuals. Look at virtuals, guys. I'm going to try to talk a bit slower here and quieter, so hope you guys could hear me. Virtuals is popping off. One Up Trading, how you doing, fam? Thank you for joining. Amoto, thank you for joining. Look at virtuals. It's popping off, guys. So here you could probably see virtuals going to the top around 184. 184 would be my top on virtuals. This just keeps on pumping and pumping. If you break this equilibrium right here on virtuals, guys, you can move all the way to 157 to about 190, really. Do I think we're going to fill the CME gap? Where is it? About 91.3? Not right now, to be honest, because, again, following AMD, Asia accumulated, London accumulated, and right now we're kind of just ranging into New York. Michael, how you doing? Sorry, guys, I'm really trying to not pause, but every time I cough, I mute the mic. So now what we're really doing is we're just waiting for Bitcoin to hopefully break this channel right here. We're waiting for Bitcoin to break this high of this little uptrend. We'll have to see if Bitcoin does it. And then we pump up to those levels right there. We could possibly fill the CME gap if it reverses. It is trying to reverse. But you're going to have a lot of positive momentum moving into this 4-hour close. I mentioned this one on the live last night, guys. Make sure you guys keep an eye on Ribita. Once this breaks out, Ribita is going to take off. So if you look at Ribita right here, it's by virtuals, right? If you look at it right here, even though we dropped in the market, it barely dropped. It has stayed chilling for a bit, right? So keep an eye on Ribita right here, because once it breaks this resistance, it is absolutely going for all-time highs. And this is by virtuals. So once this breaks out, virtuals already broke out, this thing could absolutely moonshot. This is probably my top coin right now for virtuals because I'm waiting for the all-time high breakout for Ribita. And then I know, let's take a look at XRP. So again, guys, I'm in longs, right? What is everyone else doing? I know a lot of people said they're not trading. Okay, XRP. XRP is about to pop to the top of the channel here, which is this area, right? Well, it needs to it's pretty much going to make it up here to about 230. And yeah, you've got about 230 on XRP to about 250-ish. You already broke the conversion line, and you already backtested that break of the conversion line. So you're onward and upward on XRP to about 244-ish in that area, in that region. If you wanted to make a trade on XRP, it would really be anywhere in this area because you did break the conversion line. I don't like how overbought it is, though, but as long as you're above 203 and as long as you're above this fair value gap right here. Now, guys, there will be a New York session live today if I have a voice. There will definitely be a New York session live today. Yesterday we did London, and now we're just waiting for we got the New York Open. Not much is happening, but we do know the direction of the market. Silver. Let's look at some silver for Michael. Silver is definitely trying to break out. You're at the same spot we were at on my live last night. 18 hours completely oversold on silver here. So what I can see, guys, is New York is accumulating too. We're just really that bullish in the market. And I think I told everybody this yesterday. We broke out of a macro time frame. We're just really that bullish. But I may run this trade up to 96. If we break this channel right here, I might run it up to 96K. Possibly. We'll see. I don't like how this one has resistance at the top of the channel. But if I look at my gaps, my liquidity gaps here, this thing is just ready to bust out and touch 94 to 95K. Yeah, Tim, you reminded me. Silver MEXC futures on MEXC. Yeah, thank you for reminding me. I know you texted me that. Sorry, man. I've been trying to douse myself in whatever makes my throat better. So that's the only thing I don't like in the market right now, guys, how Bitcoin is hitting the top of this channel. But the 18-hour and the daily is definitely pushing this up. After this area, I don't think Bitcoin's going to keep on going up. But anything's possible because now we're in more of a bullish market. Render. Okay, render's going to be a good short. Yeah, possibly. Here's the thing, though. Render broke out on the macro time frame. So when you guys are looking for shorts and longs, if something broke on the downtrend to the downside, the longs are going to be shorter than your shorts. Render could potentially now potentially run up to 303 or even 440. And I believe there's Alejandro, how you doing, fam? Appreciate you for joining the live. So now if you look at render, guys, we broke out of that. The double bottom on render takes us to the POC at about 350. So I would say we're targeting the POC or even the top of the 200 around 296 at this fair value gap before we end up dropping. Which means this area right here above 320. It is very, very tough to short an uptrend. I'm 100%. If I could give you guys any advice in this bullish market, only look for longs. Wait for, unless you're scalping on the 1 minute or the 5 minute, or if you're scalping a session and you know that session is manipulation or distribution to the downside, that is the one cause and effect. But if I could give anybody on this live advice, guys, in 2022 and 2017, even 2021, when things were breaking out, I always tried to find the top of the short. Well, I'm telling you guys right now, off of $1,000, I would have $1 million if I would have just went for a long on the retrace. Because a lot of people are going to be surprised of how high we keep on pumping because we broke out of a macro time frame. Okay. But yeah, $3 on render is what I'd be looking for. Bitcoin is trying to push up here. Let's see if we play out this pennant. Looks like we did break out here in the lower time frame, and it looks like the 1 hour. Thank you guys all for joining in the morning. I was really feeling like calling off the live, but we broke out. Like what? Why would I call off the live? We just need to break this area right here, guys, about 93.6, and we're rocking and rolling, fam. I would love 96K. That's what I personally would love. If you look at the pennant right here, that takes us to about 96K. But New York is not breaking the channel, which is worrisome. Although now the 1 hour is oversold. So another thing you guys are going to notice in this bullish market is, look at this RSI, okay? If you guys are trying to short the market, let's just say if you're trying to short a coin, make sure it breaks the 50 before you try shorting an uptrend. Because what you're going to notice in a bullish market is the RSI is going to stay above that 50, like that, bouncing off that 40 to 50%. And if you see a coin that does that, you're most likely going to see the 4 hour continue up, even though we're very, very overbought, okay? So keep that in mind when you guys are looking at shorting something. If it is above the 50 and bouncing up and down above the 50, it is because we are extraordinary bullish on that project or asset, which is why I'm in a long on Bitcoin and a couple of other things. Look at Aave. There we go. Aave's starting to move here. Trying to. It's in a triple top, but it should break it. Right here. If you guys haven't gone into Aave, it would be above this area. Very low leverage, 3x. Very low leverage to the top. To the top here, about 180. So even in the morning here, New York is in accumulation. Now, every single session is in accumulation, fam. What that means is nobody is selling. What that means is when nobody is selling, the price is going to push higher and higher. And this is what you see in a bull market. Now, we're not quote-unquote bullish yet. We are way below the daily 200 SMA. We haven't broken above here, but I'll give you guys a caveat to what I said on yesterday's live. It is possible that we round bottom all the way up to that 105, 109 region, and then we reject. That could be the rejection because we did break the macro trend. Just send it. How we doing? XCN. Again, guys, if you're just tuning in, does everybody get the sessions? Is everybody good with the times and the sessions? You guys know what I'm doing with it. XCN is breaking out. I did look at this one the other day, actually. Not yet. Trying to. About to. Yeah, XCN's about to break out. Definitely trying to break out for sure. Just send it. Thank you for that alert there. We're all going to keep an eye on XCN. Is this a candle or what the heck is this? Okay, this is a wick. Yep, XCN is looking very, very good. Very, very good. So that would be a resistance right there. If XCN breaks, it is gone. So you're pretty much looking for XCN to break out this area right here. And then you're essentially going to pop. And if you break out, XCN could go up a lot. I'm talking a lot. So we've got this major area to break here of resistance, but after that, you're going to pop up to almost a penny on XCN. 47, 45%. Wait for the breakout, and this is going to moonshot. Bitcoin is trying very hard to break out that resistance of that channel, and it can't at the moment. I want to see how this 4-hour closes. Yeah, so you're very, very close to breaking out on Onyx coin, guys. So keep an eye on this one because when it breaks out, it'll absolutely pop. So I'm going to set an alert right here. I don't know if I'd be doing a leverage trade, maybe a 1x or a 2x because this is volatile, 3x maybe, but Onyx coin is absolutely ready to pop. So I'm setting an alert at 007959. Can I check out Solana? For sure, for sure. Yeah, so Sol did break out initially of this, technically this downtrend right here. Now you're kind of looking at Sol ranging a bit. So I can see Sol popping off to about 150-ish in that region. Hit that like button if you guys are new to the live. I appreciate everybody for joining. Sol's breaking this equilibrium here. And there's a lot of resistance right here, but you could definitely push up to 147. After that, though, the fun and games begin on Solana. So what I mean by that, the fun and games, this should pop all the way up to 1 on the macro here, almost 200, 190, if it could break above this resistance. So I'm setting alert here on Solana about 148, because after that, it is pretty much game time. Just run up, right? All the way up to the top. So I'd be setting an alert on Sol. Until Sol breaks out of this, not much is going to happen on Solana, okay? Orlando, how you doing, fam? Can you check BICO? Currently under 5 cents. No problem. Thank you for coming on the live, Orlando. I appreciate you guys. Thank you all for dealing with my coughing. I'm trying hard not to cough, but all right, BICO broke out right here. Bang, that was the time to buy it. All right, so we can see that this BICO coin has some resistance right here. So it did break out of the smaller time frame, but it's about to break out of the bigger one. Orlando, this is a very, very good play, my friend. If BICO breaks out, BICO, if it breaks out of this area right here, it could pump all the way to 11 cents, because that is a major gap in your VRVP. I might have to get in this on this one myself here. Ichimoku's crossing. Yeah, this is about to pop. I definitely like this BICO trade for sure. It's pretty much about to break out. How many bars do we got? So pretty much today or tomorrow, economy should be breaking out. I'm going to set an alert here, just above here, and see what happens. All right, guys, hit that like button. I appreciate you guys for all being on the live. I want to look at a couple coins and see if there's anything crazy that stands out. We know we're probably going to break out on New York. I would say BICO is going to be one of my top projects. Onyx coin is going to be one of my top. XTC is actually trending, so if you want to look at it for sure. The money is about to be made in cryptocurrency, fam. The money is absolutely about to be made. Oh, wow. This is a good setup. This is a very, very good setup. Wow. Darn, XDC just broke out. This would be my spot. This would be my long right here. I know a couple people are asking when I'm going to be back for the Tokyo session, guys. I'm going to throw up the schedule right here. I know I have Monday to Friday New York session and then Friday Tokyo, but there's no session Tokyo. So what I'm probably going to do is I'm probably going to do a Saturday afternoon live for everybody. So I have a weekend live. Friday, nothing happens. So I'm probably going to do a Saturday morning live. Just going over the market on Saturdays because Friday, zero happens. But here's XDC. Just Send It is crushing it today with these looks, right? Look at this, bang. If this is a macro channel on XDC, this thing will absolutely pop off. If you got resistance right there, so XDC should pump to about 7. But then after that, if this is now the macro channel, this should pump all the way to 24. Argale, how are you doing? Can you put the new live schedule in the app? Yes, I will. I will tag it in the Beast Limitless app, okay, for everybody. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch my Friday to Saturday. So you guys get a daytime live and we can look over all the top coins because I'm not doing a live on Friday night for Tokyo. Because one of the reasons I'm doing London, guys, is because Tokyo accumulates a lot and more action happens in London. So that's the reason. But I'm still going to be doing 3 sessions that aren't at 1:30 a.m. in the morning. Okay? Canadian time. But yeah, XDC is looking good, fam, and this is just going to fly at this point. I'd be getting in along an XDC. This thing is going to, if this breaks right here or even right here, like this is perfect. Absolutely perfect. XDC is going to take off. Very good setup. Alan, how we doing? Very, very good setup. Okay, look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin's trying. Bitcoin is right there, guys. Right there. Shout out to all the people on the live, guys. Thank you very much for joining. Remember, we are going to be doing a seminar, a webinar for how to trade crypto, how to scalp the 1 minute, how to get funded accounts, how to do that. But I do need to feel better before I do anything. So, or at least I need to have a voice. LTC is starting to run. Now, let me ask everybody a question. Can everybody see how bullish we are at the moment? Yep, Litecoin's starting to break out. Litecoin is starting to move and break out. We can see it right there, right? Look at that. Back tested. Everything's breaking out of the daily. Everything is breaking out of the daily. You just got to catch it. I think XDC would probably be my more favorite, but yeah, Litecoin did break out for sure. So if we look at our liquidity gaps right here, yep, this is a breakout on Litecoin for sure. Right there's your breakout pretty much. Not too bad. You look at this hitting about 94, 95. And then ultimately 115. So look at when the market is in a downtrend, guys. Things just don't do nothing. But when the market breaks out, everything goes parabolic. Literally everything. Oh, here's a gem for everybody. If you guys like playing Dex Screener, I'm going to give you all a gem right now. Non-financial advice, but if you like playing coins that are going to make you money right away, or possibly, that is not the right one. Okay, so